Our first featured architect of the Gaylord Golf Mecca has become known as the Open Doctor, because whenever the USGA needs some extra attention paid to its host venues, they call Rees Jones. Well, back at the turn of the century, which now that I think about it makes me sound kind of old, the United Auto Workers leadership placed a call to Rees Jones. They wanted a championship course built in northern Michigan for their membership, and that's exactly what they got. The good news is, today, Black Lake Golf Club is not only stunning, nationally acclaimed, and highly regarded, it's also open for you to come and play. The course you did for the UAW in Onaway, a Black Lake Golf Club, is one of the finest in this state, and I think throughout the country. Can you remember back to your first visit to the property and what your impressions were before any dirt was moved?
Oh, sure. I went there with Frank Music, who really was in charge of the project, and with Steve Jokic, who was the president of the UAW at the time, and he was very, very much involved and an avid golfer. You know, it's a beautiful piece of land, and they gave me so much property. I think the reason it's been so well received nationally, it's been in the top 100 lists, and it was in the best new list, and it is in the top of the state list. It's just an ideal place to build a golf course, and then Jokic and Music gave us the opportunity to really create something special.
There are some tee box views, perspectives on Black Lake that just blow your mind, makes you want to take the camera out. In your philosophy, how much do you try to leave nature as is versus maybe reshaping it?
Back when several years ago, maybe 20 some odd years ago, they identified each architect with a label, and I was called the natural. So I've been doing this forever. There's architects that move, so much more dirt than you have to. And I was very lucky that I had so many opportunities during the boom period that I went to the sites that were natural, and Black Lake is one of those unbelievably natural sites. I was able to find the holes rather than to design them. It isn't overly long. It's a little over 7,000 yards, which I think is very, very appropriate. I think course design today, we're not emphasizing length. The 6th hole and the 10th hole are just over 500 yards, so they're very reachable. And then it has the 9th and the 18th as par 5s that are really 3-shot holes. So that gives you two different approaches to those par 5s. Then you have the 14th hole, which is an old sand pit, which is probably the hole that they talk about the most. But the 5th hole is another great par 3 that had a natural sand area too. So I just think it's got an ebb and flow. It's got easier holes. It's got short holes. It's got longer holes. You never tire playing that golf course.